Welcome, welcome. We're gonna catch the grand finals today. Just a heads up, we're gonna get things underway. That was wrong. Screen. My apologies. But Civ draft wise, we have all the civs, all the maps to go through here. Reblaus will have Water Arena, Watershed, and Flooded Hills. Max Power has Arena Cove, Shallow Sandwich, and Nomad Hubs. And we made it all the way down to Mont and Bailey for game number 1. Civilizations are on your screen. Quite a few of them. We're not going to dive much into that today. We're just going to dive straight into the games, and they were working. I did check last night. We tried to do the semifinals. I've just been too far behind, and there was a patch last night that kind of rendered the previous patch useless. But for some reason, these games are working, so we're going to roll with it. Mark Landers here, Max Power in Discord, made it all the way to the finals here. He's like the 23rd seed. The whole bottom half of the bracket was really entertaining to watch. A lot of upsets in that bracket from Mark Landers here and Geo as well. And then Reblaus, he's up there a bit. He obviously has upset a few people, I believe, as well. He's like the 4th or 5th seed. Nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see how everything comes together here. It's going to be interesting. Cumans versus Britons. Interesting civilization choices here. Britain's not one that I recall seeing as of late, but we'll just have to wait and see how everything goes. But nonetheless, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, wherever you guys end up watching. Appreciate it. I've been away, busy, not able to do everything I wanted to do with this. My vacation and other people's vacations pushed us back a little bit, which is fine. Obviously, it is what it is. And we are about a month later than I thought it would be at this point, but that's alright. We'll wrap this up here and get underway. Mark going out for some wood here. The real question is, will we see a second TC here and a boom or not? Hard to say. Obviously, not ever certain of how that will work out with Koemans. They do have a lot of other options, so we'll have to wait and see what he goes for here. But nonetheless, all shall be interesting for sure. First, we have a sheep out here. Not exactly sure why, but maybe he was using it for some scouting to find that boar. Nonetheless, the deer is trolling him pretty hard and is going to end up going back here. Always unfortunate. But the boar's on the TC, still has some sheep to take. Obviously, he's got a mill here. Berries, hunt, everything. Another sheep out there. So I guess he was just using this for scouting. Nonetheless, see what happens. It's going to be... It's a really interesting matchup, really. Britons, you think archers, maybe adding in some halb in this matchup at some point, but have to wait and see. We do have a villager going out to a barracks here, so we're going to see some early action potentially going for some militia here. And we've seen some all-in militia plays, and they have actually worked. I don't know if we'll see that from Britons here in the grand finals or not, but it could be interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Food under the town center here, still aplenty. And we should see him click up here relatively soon. Oh no, he doesn't have... He does have the buildings. What am I thinking? He can click up. Yep, there it is. Alright, so he is going to go for the 2 TC boom. There's no question in my mind. Which will be really interesting because Mark Landers is going to go for the barracks here. And he will be adding some militia in. So he's going to look to put on the pressure, which I think is the correct answer here. Going up against Reblaus's 2 TC boom. He's got some very nice golds here. He could secure one of those. Probably the main gold. Although there are quite a few options here. It's hard to say. It looks like we had a little bit of a pause. And Reblaus is going to go out for his hunt as well. The militia are hanging back. So he's waiting to send those. He has not clicked up yet. So we'll see what he goes for here. He's going to start to drop some farms. He's still got a couple of the herdables left, and he is on the hunt as well. So it won't be too terribly long before he's clicking up to the next age. He will be able to put the aggression on here. And scout battle not going to be so great here for Mark. Needs to bring the man-at-arms over, or the militia over to push that away. Good micro here. And yeah, he might just be able to get the scout. Might be worth trading off for the scout, actually. I think is what he wants to do, but not going to happen. Mark Landers pushes him away for the time being. Feudal Age is here. But we don't have another town center yet because he's microing this so much right now. So it's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward indeed. That gives Mark the time to get up and click up. And I'm sure he's not going to be too upset about that. He's got a few farms here. 0 eco upgrades for him. We do have double bid axe for Reblaus. And there will be that second town center. So the second TC will be coming down here. And it's going to be on the main gold. So he's going to probably be able to get a very large villager advantage here, especially since his opponent has gone for military rather than a fast castle play. And he's still poking around the scout. Looks like he might get this scout. He does. The militia not going to be able to get in here. Maybe once man-at-arms upgrade comes in. If we see a man-at-arms upgrade, which could be possible. We're seeing a lot of farms come down. Farms don't have forest color, so they're going to expire a little bit quicker. Loom will be coming in next, so maybe some forward vills potentially. Otherwise, why get Loom here? I don't know. But that second TC will be up at the same time that Mark reaches the feudal age. And he will start to pull ahead with villager production. He only has 8 on food. He is expanding onto more food here. Man-at-arms upgrade, Loom, double bid X, all upgrades coming in. Oh, and we do have forward vills. Okay, so it makes sense why Loom is coming in. That's what I thought. Towers coming up. So he'll be able to get in here sometime. Question is, how much damage can he do? Obviously, the villager count, something we're going to pay attention to here. 2 TCs makes it all the more difficult to deal with. And Reblaus is going to go out to some stone, probably so he can drop some defensive towers of his own, which would make sense. Man-at-arms will be in. This will put some pressure on, and yeah, there's the barracks. So I like this play for Mark Landers. He's going to be in a good spot to take away some of the deer. It's like one still alive, one rotting. Probably about all he can do, though. Behind this, we have a market coming in. We have hunt being taken, the berries being taken, safe eco at home, farms in decent numbers already here. Nice outpost here. Gonna get some extra vision. I can dig that, but nothing too crazy as of yet. And we're gonna see a little bit of a wall off and an archery range back here. So Mark going to continue the pressure. He's getting some more vision here. He's got this tower back here. Just in the holes between there. Yeah, can't even see it now. Perfectly placed tower to block that. The men-at-arms are doing some searching though. The scout is gone, so this area is pretty safe. Would have liked to have seen a wall off down here, but should be alright. Villagers are just going to straight up attack the barracks. It actually could go down really quickly with the man-at-arms attacking downhill. Castle Age on its way in here for Mark Landers, and that means Reblaus could be in some trouble. He's only got a 2 villager advantage after it's all said and done. He just didn't have the food economy he was hoping to have, and he's got some vills on berries. These villagers, where are they going? Now, this has been noticed. Fletching coming in now. Alright, so yeah. Reblaus will send those back home. Got some archers here coming out. That will push the man-at-arms away, but they can just run back to the tower if all things are getting that messy. The hunt is about to be finished off over there. Castle Age will be in soon. What are we going to use with our Castle Age? Soft fletching coming up, so the archery range will be coming down near the tower. That's not a bad position for it. He's already got the forward position. It is going to be seen, but against Britons you kind of assume you're going to see archers. So it's never too surprising. And behind this it'll be interesting. He's got to push with some archers. Gotta be his plan. Maybe even a forward siege workshop. The scout goes down here for Reblaus. It will be double range, so he's definitely looking to go all in military. Wheelbarrow. Got a blacksmith coming in here. Reblaus trying to take out the outpost here. He did sneak one villager out. So maybe he's thinking about going for some sort of an attack at some point. Or maybe he just wants to get out to secure some more position on the map. Crossbow is in. Siege workshop coming in. So it will be a siege push 1 TC play. Which I think is the right move here. He's getting the two-handed or bow saw, sorry. Still no farm upgrades here though. He's kind of shifted off of this though. I don't think he's looking to keep on to food though. He's going full aggro, so I think can work here. Yeah, look, we already see Reblaus reacting to this. He hasn't even been pushed in this area, and he has a town center, but he's going to put a tower down anyway, so he is kind of concerned. He needs to try to get up himself. He's 10ville lead right now, but he has 0 map control. He does have a siege workshop over here, however. So he is looking to push. I think that siege workshop would have been better spent on a market to get up, personally, but he wants to try to put on some aggro here, and these archers are going to move in. The mangonel will survive. Will archer about killed itself. But the crossbows are here, and another mangonel coming forward. Man-at-arms still doing some damage. Bot Canero coming in as well. That will be a huge upgrade. That house is starting to get hit here. And he's breaking in, or trying to. Said he's just going to send them around. We do see a stable and scale barding armor coming in. So, looking to do some damage there. Villagers could go down. Reblaus does have an advantage here. He has yet to pull that villager back. Loses one. Could lose more. Bot Canero is in, so this going unnoticed here. He's just trying to build stables. And now the 2 mangonels will take the towers down here. These villas being forward is huge. Scouts in the queue, but he doesn't have houses. This is a bad time to be housed. Tower will go down. Archers moving in onto the gold here. They will see all of this going on. And this is ranged, but it's not going to be enough. Reblaus in trouble. Mark doing a good job behind this, keeping everything going. He's got the full-on attack. He's taking archer versus crossbow fight over here. It's not great. Oh, some vills just got flattened right there. And now he's going to send the vills in. Thinks better of it. Behind this, we see a market. We see the oh, there's a ram being created now. But a ram by itself won't be enough to deal with this. Oh, villagers getting flattened here. This mangonel getting more kills. Eco lead is less than 10 here. That mangonel is going to go down. The scouts are enough to defend for the time being, but we don't have Castle Age, and that is a problem. Man-at-arms and crossbows will make quick work of these scouts, even with +1/+1. Even though it's not the cleanest of fights, they will clean that up. It does kind of put a slowing down moment here, some time to regroup. But the ram goes forward. He's not waiting for more. assistance over here. The scouts, I guess, will just be sent out. The Ganavasari is going to go down here. Lovely, lovely. The ram is not actually doing anything either, so this is extremely odd. Eco behind here, not really in any trouble. Obviously, it is just one ram. And we see a gate built, we see villagers moving out here. Town center will come under fire. 5 scouts, though, could be problematic. We have spearmen in production. So this has been noted. He saw this, he's sending vills to deal with this. He doesn't see the scouts, so he expects there'll be scouts coming forward. The man-at-arms still working away over there. And desperately trying to repair. Not a great option here. He's out of wood, even with 15 on wood. While this attack is going to come in over here, the scouts and the ram try and do some damage here, but not in just yet. They will get in here momentarily. This is going to go down, though. And oh, those vills are almost locked underneath. The repairs are coming in, last-second repairs. So, attention to detail everywhere over here. Reblaus should be fine. He's got to deal with this, and yeah, there comes the emergency town center to save some villager lives. Excellent job to save this, but again, he's spending a lot of resources here. The attack should come anytime. But meanwhile, on the front, he's trying to find damage and has yet to find any. $64 to 49 vills, though. The crossbow number is simply too much, it seems, this to be dealt with. And the repairs, not paying off yet. These scouts are going to dive in here, but there's the town center. And the scouts won't be able to engage there. Just got to run around, try to get some picks here and there. And the mill was deleted, I think. And the big attack. Will we see an attack ground? We will not. He's simply just going to run back. The scouts are going to try to find their way in here any way they can. Looks like they could get some value here. One villager will go down. Going to cost some scout lives here as he looked away. He looked elsewhere to take the big engagement on this side. Mangonel shooting dangerously close here. And that is a costly fight here. But he has alleviated the pressure on his base yet again. So for now, he's probably not too upset about everything. Gonna be awkward here though. Another 2 towers gonna be built here. Alright. Very interesting. He's desperate to defend this position. He has the village lead and castle age is on the way, so it could simply be a good position to have here. That spearman going to get good damage. These villagers probably in trouble, but another spear does pop out. The ram finally going to go down here. And the push will be a few mangonels here yet again. Barracks goes down. There's towers for now, I guess, protecting. It's a bit of an awkward situation. A bit of an awkward situation indeed. The crossbow numbers here should be enough to deal with this, no question. There's a few spears here as well. No ballistics just yet, but all things considered, not too bad. That tower, though, is being repaired. It's been quite the costly game here for repairs, but this will go down. And he's going to try to repair the town center yet again. Crossbows in an interesting position. This has yet to be discovered, and there's some stone miners out here. You could see a castle at some point. Got a university coming up. All these vills in danger here as they walk under the town center. Oh, it's been the cause of quite a few deaths here for villagers. It's been a very costly town center to keep up, but he did keep it up. He has gone into step lancers. And he's going to get +2 on those immediately. So I'm sure he's not too upset with that position. Villagers moving forward. The hole's still here. Gonna see another stable over here. How many step lancers does he wait for? And will he be able to clean this up? It's gonna be a pretty tough position. And oh boy, he wants a castle. So he's not gonna be able to wait for long. He's got 5 of them already, 6 more in production. More villagers on the way, a ram on the way as well, though. We have pikemen now, so pikemen are going to be needed in production. And we have another castle. Castle v castle. Oh, and Mark hasn't paid attention. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Oh no, his military could have denied this. That was actually some really nice shots there, but will he be able to deny it now is the question. He will not, and his castle might not go up. I don't think it does go up, actually. He's gonna get it up. It's a very costly castle, though. A very costly castle. We see petards from anyone. We see petards from Reblaus here as more villagers are dying, trying to retreat here. The step lancers are moving out. We are going to see a 3rd town center added here. We do have a vill and 1 pikeman here. And the petards continue to try to find damage. Mark getting some really good upgrades now. But is it too late? He's down by only 13 vills at this point, so it's not a terrible position still. He has done a good amount of damage and pressure. Letting these out here is probably the biggest mistake he made. The step lancers are out here though, and they are looking to find damage, and there'll be a few vills that will go down. Eichmann in the queue. The 1 man-at-arm up here scouting for damage. Surprised that we don't see these units attacking. Just attack the main eco and you'd be in a good position here. The step lancers get in, and they will make very, very quick work of the pikemen and that villager. Capped ram upgrade came in, we missed that. The crossbows are going back. Not ideal at all, but he has to do something. He has to answer this somehow. Mark, you looking to go to the Imperial Age? Here he clicks imp. So he's on his way up. Crossbow number is only 18 right now. Pikemen not going to stand a chance. There are rams mixed in here, so these are going to have to be microed. Tenville lead. And he attacked the ram. Never an ideal situation. Probably just tried to patrol. Castle update. Mark's castle's gonna go down. Imperial Age will not give him any advantage there. He can't repair it. Crossbows are gonna move in here. They are gonna find some good value with ballistics being in. But with the petards hitting here, and knights being added behind, I don't know how he can push this. He will be in Imperial Age, so he will have superior tech for sure. But will it be enough? He's gonna need to put down another castle, most likely. This is a big military force, though. And if Imp hits, I think you have to jump on this if you're in Reblaus' position. Before any upgrades will come in, he's just gonna dive on it now. He sees the whole military. Or is he? Oh yeah, he's turning around. Okay. He's got knights that can come in everywhere and anywhere. And the step lancers with that +1 range will be quite effective here. A lot of villas going down here. A lot of military gonna die here. And Mark is gonna be in trouble. He's going to the Imperial Age. His castle went down in his opponent's base. His military is gone. We'll build a castle and put some barracks up at home. Barracks forward as well. Villagers will move on out over here. Another town center here as well. So yeah, things are going to be really dicey here. Yes, we're going to have the Imperial Age. Going to get +1 defense on the pikemen. But Mark just not in a good position now, as the economy eventually has won the battle here. And this is becoming a threat. We'll hold this off for the moment. The Rams will be coming though. Conscription on its way. It will be 2 barracks at home. He's got 2 barracks forward. Light cav upgrade comes in. I guess he was light on gold. Yeah. Halberdier on its way in. The Rams come forward, but the villagers are there to meet them. And the military nowhere near. Halberdier, we're getting supplies behind Halberdier? Don't know why we're getting supplies, but that's okay. Another ram to be taken down here. Eco numbers still in advantage here, and could be growing shortly. There are 9 villagers outside of the protection of these walls here. And yeah, the Steppe Lancers and the Knights going to be diving in over here. And if he sees this, there will be some more dead vills here. Obviously not great for Mark Landers, and he does realize, and Mark decides to just turn and fight rather than to let them in. Albs in production here. We are going to see the final defense upgrade come in for those Albs. We do have crossbows over here. Really needs another castle with Treb production, but he doesn't have a way to get these across the map. He is going to try to wall this up. He's trying to clean up his base here, but now it's 115 vills to 75, and you see that Reblaus has moved out. Another player really going for relics, which is not huge concern, but gold will be running out here before long. Still some gold at home here, but not a ton for Mark. And I think Crash can work. Somehow he got a Treb across the map. Missed that. So this castle will be going down here. And that will make it impossible for any sort of counter Trebs at the moment. It's being repaired, so he's going to try to repair it. And he does have quite a bit of gold, so maybe he can outlast. He's also mining some stone. Really don't know how that made it all the way across, but it did. And now the Knights and the Steppe Lancers will come back. And that is not going to be a great fight for them. 1 Treb, though, it will take a long time to kill this, so he might be fine. Might be able to keep it up. 1 villager, but now the Halbs are being sent over. 1 Halb won't win that fight, but keep adding them in, and it will be fine. We see a forward castle here. I like that. Now I'll have a place to actually produce his trebuchets in enemy territory, and that's kind of what you want. And this is going to be good. He's going to try to pick off some stone villagers. Not exactly the best time with the castle being right there, but he does pick off a few vills. Still heavily down in the eco numbers. A lot of Halbs over here to deal with this force, though, as they will get in, and he will just turn and run. You see the Rams still here, so he's probably thinking Siege Ram, which would make a lot of sense here. He's got the food for it. Castle still up. He's done a good job to repair it. Everything's looking good, and I don't see a position where the Britain player can actually keep this going, especially once we do see Siege Ram, which I think it is inevitably going to be coming. And the mobility is just hurting over here. The more vills could go down. Like there's a hole up here. Could come right in the back. 2 Halbs are there for now. But there's the Siege Ram upgrade coming in. And I think that is going to put a quick end to this one here, honestly. We don't even have an Arbalest upgrade. Don't even have Bracer. This is good effort. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on here when it comes to trying to deal with a Kuman boom. Plus, not to mention, there is a bit of an elo gap here. Like I said, I think Reblaus was the 5th seed. He is the 5th seed, and then Mark Landers is the 23rd seed. As far as elo is concerned, this bracket was basically 1400 to 1700. I can pull up the actual elos, but they're not really exactly necessary at this point. Siege Ram is in! This castle is going to go down, but I don't think it's really going to matter. We're going to see a huge Hussar spam. And the Halb numbers are growing, but we also are having elite skirm thrown into the mix here. And this is kind of the Britain killing situation you want here. Skirm, Siege Ram, Hussar spam. That Ram not even going to make it. We have villagers and being pulled here as well. I mean, if he can take out the siege rams, he's not in a bad position. Does just that. Taking a good fight, cleaning up skirmishers here. And the main economy will be under threat. Chemistry came in as well. Arbalest now coming in here. And town center down. We have a bunch of halbs all over the map here. Military number is the big concern here, though, for Reblaus. It's now 7 military to 65. The military production kicking in here for Mark Landers, and he is looking to be in a fine spot. And in-your-face castle coming. Wow. Alright, so he wants to cut this off. He wants to take resources away. Doesn't want his opponent to have much. He is just kind of trapped in the bottom here. These Hussars are coming out just mostly to meet their end. And it looks like with all this military on the map, Reblaus is going to have a very difficult time surviving this. And he might be losing what advantage I thought he had. The siege rams that weren't coming, the skirmisher numbers weren't up there. Military numbers getting higher now, but being pushed into a corner here. A lot of production buildings going down. And we see more barracks being added, more farms going to be added for Mark. But he's expanded the economy out into the open as well, not even that concerned about it. We'll have a stable coming down for him. Maybe he's thinking light cav later on. Step husbandry coming in, that's always a nice upgrade here. But another town center will melt, and villager numbers starting to go down. Oh man, Mark's going to take this game, it looks like, as he's just suffocating his opponent. He just needs to send a few units in here even to get rid of some problems. He's got a lot of idols. There's 20-something idols right now. The Hussar are in now, though, and this is where the big push is going to be coming. This is where the problems can be had. Halb numbers not enough here to deal with all this. It's just this death ball over here that's happening. As that castle will absolutely melt. We see 4 trebuchets. Murder holes coming in. And look at all these vills. There's 16 vills about to die. This is all snowballing out of control here. That's what the Britons like to do. All of those vills going to go down. 16 vills there gone. More and more vills. And an issue. We have some longbows even being added to the mix. Some vills over here are going to be going down. You have a big push. But what can it do? Displace a bunch of vills? That might be about it, to be honest. I don't see how he survives this for much longer, and now we'll see another castle coming up over here as a lot more vills dying on that wood line. And Yeah, this is the big push over here for Reblaus, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. He's got a lot of gold right now. That's about it. A lot of gold and a lot of vills dying. He had 100 and something vills. The Eco KD 148 to 49, or 149 to 46. And yes, there's skirms and Hussar going to be in the Eco over here, but don't think it's going to be enough. You do see some longbows moving in over here, working on some vills over here as well. But the main military mass has kept creeping back this way. Yeah, this wasn't reacted to. A lot of vills going to go down there as well, but not nearly as many as Reblaus is losing. Gonna take out the market here, looks like, as well. All of the military in the game here. Just now we have the best military matchup we've seen, and we see long swords coming in. So maybe he wants to just go champion line against these skirmishers, which will be perfectly fine. What an interesting game one. Cumin's a civ that usually performs quite well on this map. Not having their day today. Well played for Marklanders here. Very well played. Long sword upgrade is in. They will move in. They will do just fine, and that will be a problem here. These rams won't really find any real damage. The town center going down over here, and there's 34 displaced villagers. And there's going to be a lot of them going down. Over here, yes, the economy did take a hit, but hasn't really mattered. Did have a lot of military over here in the buildings, though, so this is going to push back a castle. They will gain back some of this position, though I'm not sure it's the greatest position. Small victory here, though, I suppose. Oh, so many vills have died. Game has been an absolute mess. Resources everywhere, death everywhere. Murder hole's coming into play here pretty big, actually. 26 kills for this castle. Ends up with 27 before it's going down. And he's gonna come over here and try to deal with this one now, but there's a decent amount of military here and more on its way. And things are kind of stabilizing here, as we have villagers trying to fight down Arbalest, which is never the proper answer. Some Hussar will come over and deal with it, though. This fight not being taken all that well. It could actually take out another castle here. Is Reblaus trying to push this one back now? Have the tides turned? These villas have been idle for a long time. Very, very interesting situation here. We have villagers coming over. They're going to beat down one siege ram. Not going to be able to beat down the other one in time unless they get to work right away. Need to get some repairs in. Repairs are coming. Oh, he's going to save it. It's going to be close. Oh, he doesn't save it. So close. What a shame. But now, again, the military numbers. 67 to 15 here. And most of the military is right over here, and not really going to be able to find a whole lot more of a way to do some damage. And the main town center, the last town center here, is going to be going down, so villagers not going to be able to go up in number here, as the GG comes in and Mark takes game number 1. GG. Alright, we will shift over to the drafts really quickly. So we saw a Cumin defeat to a Britain victory for game number 1. We saw Mott and Bailey. So we'll go to one of Reblaus's home maps now, and it will be either Flooded Hills, Watershed, or Water Arena. Me load in. All right. We're loading into game number 2. Let's go. All right. Game 2. If capture age will load. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Here we go. Water Arena. We have Mark Landers with the Persians. Very interesting civ choice. We've seen him before. And then we have Reblaus with the Dravidians. A civ we've seen a lot throughout the tournament, and I still have mixed feelings towards the civilization. I feel like it struggles a lot. But this is, excuse me, this is potentially a map that they can do great things on. They do get the extra houses at the beginning here due to the docks. That's always a nice little bonus. We do have the 2 docks for both players starting. They do end up starting with towers. And oh, he deleted the tower here. Interesting. You start with the tower on your town center. Very interesting to lose that, deleting it. But hey, it is what it is. Players will be going for some fishing economy. They can also take normal resources around their base. Plus, there's a lot of extra food on this map inside your base as far as fish and box turtles are concerned. Only 1 boar. Reblaus going to be pushing in some deer as well. And we are going to see House coming down. He might get House. No, he doesn't have enough in production there, which is fine. And we'll see what happens. Things can get really messy on Water Arena. We have had some very interesting games on it. A lot of mixed reviews from everyone. And I think it's just because it's a water map. Everyone always has mixed reviews on water maps, to be honest. But we have seen a lot of games, and we've seen a lot of really entertaining ones on this map. I think it turned out a lot better than most people anticipated. I was a little bit of a doubter at first. We had to make a lot of changes to this one. We didn't have it balanced all that properly. But I'm pretty happy with it now, actually. You can see this map, this generation's pretty good. There's some land that can be secured all around the map. These trees are dragon trees. They have 750 wood per. So, you know, this small island has 46,000 wood. So this is not a wood situation map at ever. It's a very map control map. Mangroves only 100 though, so you are forced eventually to go out. And if you chop through, obviously it opens holes in your stone walls. Can always be somewhat problematic. Fishing ship numbers are important to keep an eye on. Both players with 3 currently. And Reblaus getting as much food in here as possible. He could be clicking up here shortly. Obviously, will take a moment. He could force drop and be fine, though, I believe. Yep. There he clicks up. And at the same time, we see the click here for Mark. So both players going to go for military early. At least you would think so. We have a mill. Why do we have a mill instead of going to gold? I don't know. Or adding a second lumber camp. But getting some extra food income, not necessarily a bad plan. He will be able to afford the mining camp and then be a little behind on the second lumber camp, as we can see the second lumber camp now here for Reblaus. He's just now going out to the gold himself. All in all, things are okay. No extra docks here just yet, but we do have a Ville headed out over here. I'm guessing this is for dock. Yep, so we will have another dock here. So we'll be 3 docks to 2. These are Persian docks, and the fishing ships can go inside of the gates and can be saved if that is the intention. There's have some interesting dock positions, though. They are going to be rather far away from one another. Reblaus adding some houses in here. Both players click, and it will be galleys produced for both. So blacksmith timing will be quite important. Galleys are always a fun time to watch Bean Microed. Let's have to wait and see how everything shakes out, though. Obviously, gotta get the numbers up. You gotta get to the blacksmith here, and we see a mill here, and so Mark will have the advantage for sure. He will be down one dock, but he will have fletching. Will the extra numbers really make that big of a difference? That is always the question here. Relic distribution is a little bit awkward. We got one here, we've got two here, which definitely is in favor of Reblaus here. And then we got another one here. You have one in the back here for Mark as well. So it's a very awkward distribution of relics, and I think that might be one of the more unfair things with the map gen. It doesn't happen all the time. It does happen from time to time, however. Fishing ships inside. Now being sent back outside. Fair enough, fair enough. No military sent forward from either player, so they're both taking the more defensive approach. The scouts will come to fight. No, just pass. See some farms being added here. So, or rice farms. I'm not sure what they're gonna go for there. There's the blacksmith. There's another house. Militarily, that extra dock really paying off though right now. Blacksmith on its way up, so if he can get fletching before he takes the fight, that will be quite good. Behind this, though, it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, Dravidians on water, very good civ. Persians have good options on water, but will it be enough? As we see some raiding going on here. And then one ville goes down, so a very nice pick off here. Fletching already paying off. These galleys being sent over, fletching on its way. 11 to 6 militarily, though. That is a problem. Fishing ship numbers are 5 to 3 right now. Mark does have the advantage at the moment. The military on land, or on water though, is about to get cleaned up, and it's not even going to be that close. Reblaus should try to save that galley. Not the greatest position now, as Reblaus just taking over on water, but Catholic will likely come in much faster here. I think that's really what you got to be looking for here now, and the market will come up. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know this has been very delayed from when the tournament was going on, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you're just joining, I went on vacation, and then someone else went on vacation. It was a very rough time. Vacation, holiday, whatever you want to call it. Very rough end of the bracket here, scheduling-wise. And then I just haven't been around. Too many other things in real life going on. So I haven't been around to cast the finals, or the semifinals, but it was before this. Which I didn't end up getting to cast because there was a patch last night that broke the back patch that I have. So I lost those games basically. If I can fix it, I will fix it and do it for YouTube. But before we lose the ability to cast finals, I wanted to go ahead and do that. So, unfortunate. Like I said, I mean everything going left and right, going haywire over the last month. But that's what you have when you have a part-timer going this kind of tournament, right? It can happen. It can happen, folks. Castle Age will be in very quickly here. He should try to save his fish. He needs to run them. Get in the gate. Oh, he's got to run vills too. Oh boy. 1 vill down. 2. 3. And all the fishing ships will go down here. He managed to save some of his own galleys. Gonna shift into fires. 1 fire pops here. Probably should have just waited on that one, but needs to address some idle vills. Needs to get more wood lines going here. Castle Age now click though. Military 19 to 9 though. War galley upgrade's gonna come in, but that's not the greatest fight to take before it does come in here. And he's gonna run with them. Even with the war galley upgrade, it's still not a good fight because the regular galleys fire so much faster. Economically, Mark did take a bit of a step back there as he lost a lot of fishing ships. We'll add a second town center to try to make up for that difference. We'll also be shifting into fire ships, which I think are going to be better in the long run for Persians. I think it's a fine choice. Obviously no bracer for Persians late game. Dravidian dock numbers will increase to what will be 5 shortly. Careening coming in, that's a nice upgrade, and you're up against galleys and the extra pierce armor. The gold is just to be taken there. The other mine has been completely emptied. Third mine here is exposed. So map control again. You can say it all day, every day. Very important here. No one. Mark hasn't gone for a monastery yet. So not yet happening. And we're going to see the fire ships being shifted to over here as well. I think that makes sense. If you think your opponent's going fire ships, just add your own fire ships and or demos. He will be getting the War Galley upgrade. He will be getting Bracer, and that is when I will really start to be worried about Mark here, because yes, he's gone for the more economical approach here with 2 TCs, but he only has a 6-vill lead at the moment. Militarily, he is down by 10. And dock numbers are not in his favor. So map control and this whole wood line, actually all the wood lines could be ranged. And that will be a problem. Now, these fire ships closing the gap here, very nice, but still not the greatest. And this tower, though it is here and does have 1 kill, will be targeted directly. Now look at that military number dropping for Mark Landers. It's going to be a problem for him here. He's going to lose a dock here as well. He needs more docks, needs more production. Only 16 on wood right now. Should be enough to produce out of more docks, but ballistics even coming in here for Reblaus. So he is looking to clean this military up right now. And he will be able to do so with 2 docks. They are Persian docks. They will have the HP for a long time, but these vills moving out are in need of making more. Scout. Is he gonna buy a castle? What he's planning? He has the gold for it, I think. He's only got 4 vills though. Military completely cleaned up. A castle would be interesting. Will he go for it? He's bought the stone. Alright, he will place the castle. It could go unnoticed, but lots of potentially dead vills here. He realizes right away, though. Even with that castle, I'm not convinced that he's going to be able to push from that position. Reblaus has expanded here to the north. Looks like he's got some vills out here, some houses. Got a lot of military on the map. Fires did pop out here. Oh, and this is just a beautiful spot for these galleys to sit in and sneak here. And that's going to be a problem. And I said this before, the map control is a huge point of the game here. Yeah, the castle's going up. Yeah, he'll have some access to resources. But how's he going to get villagers there? There are 8 idols, so technically we have an even game right now. Second town center going to come up here for Mr. Reblaus. And can't take wood safely. Can't take wood safely. This castle, not going to do him any good here. Villagers are just dying left and right. There's 0 military. A university coming down here in the back area. Guess he's gonna go for towers. The only thing he can go for, I guess. And even then, it's not a great thing to have to go for. One Persian dock will be down soon. Another dock here. And the fish, not the greatest fish eco behind this. Could easily expand his economy through the fish here if he wanted to. But yeah, he's going for watchtowers is what he wants to go for. He's losing a lot of vills in the process. And this is likely just going to be a GG here pretty soon. More vills continue to fall. He does gain back some control here, which is nice. But again, it's going to cost him more in the way of towers. He bought Canero for this to really pay off as well. These vills are on gold, so he's not completely out of gold here. And there comes the guard tower. The guard tower will be on its way in. Again, I don't think it will be enough, though. He's lost a lot of position. He's lost a ton of vills here. 30-something vills, and yet the game comes to a conclusion there. Not too surprising. Comes down to map control. Reblaus played it well. He added a few docks earlier. He got the numbers up, and then was able to just push there. And what it takes sometimes. Alright, let me load up the next situation here. Maps. We saw Water Arena played. So we go to Max Power's home maps, Arena Cove, Shallow Sandwich, or Nomad Hubs. We saw a Dravidian victory over the Persians. Whoops. My apologies. Wrong screen here. Having some issues getting into the games today with Capture Age. Alright. Here we go. Game number 3. And it's going to be Water Arena here. Reblaus with the Malay. And Mark Landers going to be with the Byzantines. Byzantines, probably everyone's favorite pick here on this map as it's come to be seen. To wait and see how it plays out, though. Malay with those timings can be absolutely insane. It's a 1-1 situation right now. And we got this beautiful snowy version here. The very large pine forest in the back. Nonetheless, obviously Byzantines probably a favorite choice for many on this map. Malay, an interesting one. I think Malay, though, have the answers to deal with the Byzantines. I think that they do have great options against them. Have to wait and see if it comes into play. And that said, the Byzantines can snowball to victory here with military numbers and water numbers in particular. It's been very interesting to see this adaptation to Arena Cove, where everyone's pushing deer from the outside now. Very nice. It's very nice touch. We've seen a lot of it, whereas in the past we saw everyone mill. So very nice indeed. As far as the matchup here, though. I still prefer to have the Byzantines in this matchup myself, but Malay are extremely good on this map. They shouldn't be underestimated. And I think the Malay are probably have been underutilized here. So we'll just have to wait and see how everything goes. Obviously, the map could change at some point. For now, it's going to be this way, obviously. But down the road, looking into the future, we'll have to wait and see what we do with it. The boar coming in under the town center while also pushing here from Mark is always good and nice and dandy. Same situation going to be happening over here. Both players doing a good job to keep their population up. A little bit more LTC time for Mark Landers here. Nothing too crazy. And boar's going down. Reblaus about to put down his dock. Dock already up here for Mark. Doesn't have the wood for... Oh, he has to drop a house. So it doesn't have the wood for a fishing ship right away. Malay, if they do take water control, could fish trap it up too. That could be very, very dangerous. For now, however, not the case, obviously. Too early for all of that. That dock is in a beautiful position here. Shore fish right next to it here. Deep fish adjacent tile to the front of the dock. Gear number 3 coming in over here. Looks like Reblaus gave up on this one here. He was not happy with it going back on him yet again. Be really interesting to see what timing we see Reblaus click to the next age. He will get up there very quickly. That could also help spiral military numbers there, as we do see that deer being a bit of a pain to push in here for Mark, but he's troubling through it, gets it in. And we see some more vills shifted onto wood here. So he's probably looking to click up here relatively soon. There'll be 3 fishing ships for both. Feudal Age on its way for Mark Landers. However, this is that timing that we gotta watch out for, and yet there's the click, and he will be up so much faster. It's absolutely insane. The Malay uptime situation here, just very interesting all the time. Obviously gives a bit of an advantage to the player getting up earlier here. He's not going to be able to afford that second dock right away. He is shifting a lot of vills out onto wood. Mining camp not even going to be able to be purchased right away. He's going to go for it. This timing not really paying off spectacularly yet. He's only going to be able to produce 1 ship. So, not too bad. And by the time that ship produces, I don't really know if it's going to be able to find much damage here. So, a bit interesting, but obviously getting up that quickly still pays dividends, as you'll have an entire villager, or 2 villager lead, it looks like. 3 fishing ships for both. Second dock coming down here for Reblaus. That ship's not even out, and his opponent does click up, or does get up at the right time here. No damage has come in. A 3rd dock going to be coming in, though. Have to wait and see. Fire versus fire. Byzantine should be favored as long as they can get those numbers up. We have a scout battle on the outside here. It's going to come down to a last hit, and Reblaus takes that one there. Ends up with 4 HP remaining. So it looks like he got the first hit there. 3 docks for both, and 1 fire here. Not going to be able to find the damage. Oh wait, he hasn't ungarrisoned. This is kind of a problem. There they come. So 2 of them boost sent out. And he will be cleaning that up. No problem. all things considered, you're in the Byzantine player's position. You're probably not all that upset to see that he's going in for fire ships. We are going to see a demolition ship already in production, though. And behind this, still taking some food. And the house is up 3 docks to 3 docks. Demos can always pay dividends, though. The first game he did fine and didn't have to recover. Second game he did not recover. He lost that one. It was just military numbers and position on the map, Showman. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Jabari as well. I missed your thing there, and yeah, you know me. I'm amateur streamer over here, guys. Just amateur. Fire ships coming at each other here. Byzantines should still have the advantage, but the demolition ships couldn't pay dividends here. He needs to spread these ships out. Alright, not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Not the greatest, but not too bad here. The KD is actually pretty good after that whole engagement. One fishing, nope, 9, all 3 fishing ships survived for both so far. 4 docks here for our melee player now. We do have a mill. And we have a blacksmith. Interesting place for a mill. I think he just needs it for farms. Not sure. Awkward eco behind. Looking fine and clean over here for Reblaus with his economy thus far. And everything looks fine here too. It's just a very interesting position. See a blacksmith. Oh. Alright, well, Mark is just gonna farm in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Well, you know, it's safe enough. Oh, that's demo. Could be huge. No kills. A lot of HP gone, though. He's just sending in the demos. Send in the demos. Galley switch is coming in. That demo finds little damage. Good to get some repairs in. The galley switch is kind of interesting. Not really sure why we're seeing that, to be honest. Guess because he can micro for days. It just seems like a bad idea to go fires against Byzantines, I suppose. Can make a lot of sense. Very passive from both. 9 farming villas out here. I would like to see Mark go forward. He hasn't really left that area of the map. But sending a demo in. Demo. Not even gonna get a kill. Didn't even get the kill on that guy. That's a bit sad. The galleys are coming. And those those galleys will make quick work of the fishing ships. Demos coming on the front. These could be big. Not so big. Oh, he's not patrolling. What's happening? Mark's abusing the mark. He just wants to go to Castle Age here. He just clicked him forward. That's rough. Very rough. Now it's a really bad fight for him. And now he's going to lose a lot of... Actually, all of his military on water. To clean up the fires, though. That's not bad. Galley numbers are up to 8. He has a few in production as well. Market coming up here for Reblaus. He's going to look to abuse the market as well. And if he clicks up, he'll be up way faster. And there it is. He'll be up before his opponent. And again, the melee timing bonus on this map is incredible. It really is. And, no, I thought he was on stone. These villas just walking out here. Not on stone. Castle Age on its way then. Both players looking to get to that next stage, looking to get that tech advantage here. Gonna be difficult to hold on to all of this military on water, though. Actually, he should just run with that Villa too before he loses that Villa. That's how bad it is right here. He will run. That makes no sense. He's gonna garrison his military that comes out now. I think that is a good choice. Got Horskala. Galley numbers are up there. So galleys and demos with Botkin coming in before the War Galley upgrade. Makes sense. So much wood here. 26 on wood for Reblaus. Could easily just sell a few things and be fine. We'll have War Galley coming in here. Demo? Ooh, that was a good demo. One demo for two. Very nicely played. I think it was just curled in and not paid attention to, honestly. But we also have careening coming in. Good upgrade to bring in here as the ships jump. Oh, this is actually a great time. The upgrades come in for both, but fires have a very nice extra attack situation here and get really good position. Get a lot of damage here. Economically, though, Mark has maintained the lead. He didn't lose his fishing ships. He does have that timing situation with the age up play, so makes it a little bit more awkward. A fourth dock, so it will be 4 docks versus 4, but a fifth on its way here. Ballistics, and then we have demolition ships on the map as well here. On to stone. One fishing ship finally goes down here. Military numbers are a bit low here. Gonna be 10 to 15 at the moment. Demos can always play a huge factor as well. As far as the map positioning, obviously both players still 1 TC. We see a lot of expansion over here just for farms, and a fishing ship has been added, which is very nice. And I like hiding these over here. I think he needs to try to flank a little bit here. Gonna send a fire in though. Could actually be not the worst. The demos taking things out. A couple ships go down here and there. Release those ships, so maybe he's worried about the numbers here. I like this fishing ship edition though, but he's on some terrible fishing. A lot of military. It is 11 to 20 right now. So these fires can close the gap and get a good position. It can absolutely turn around quickly. So Reblaus has to be extremely careful, as he will add demos to force his opponent to shoot at the demolition ships themselves. Good use of the galleys here. Gonna find the fishing eco. Gonna see the farming eco here as well, most likely. He does, yes. So he will potentially be able to poke at that later. And the military just spread all over now. Not the greatest. Ballistics is in as well. Demos. Demo making good strikes, but again, the military numbers just not there. Just not there at all. Very rough. Very rough. No expansion outside of the base here. There's a second town center, so someone's gonna think about adding some more economy in here, as we'll be Reblaus first. Fires are just on the run right now. Another dock being added, as he saw the 5 docks from his opponent. 25 to 8 militarily, 59 to 55 economically. All advantages for Reblaus right now. Farming eco, not the greatest, obviously. It's one fire ship has been poking at this dock for quite some time, and it will finally be dealt with. Wheelbarrow coming in here for Mark. But 2 TCs, we're going to see Loom coming in here shortly. We already have Vil headed out for some outposts. Potentially going to be able to get some walls up down there. Prevent his opponent from getting too close to the base here. And there's a lot of galleys to deal with. There's a couple demos mixed in here as well. This is some good damage. How much damage will those demos get? Takes out a couple ships. Pretty good. Pretty good damage indeed. And I think it's time for Reblaus to just full foot on the gas here into these docks. I don't know what he's doing. He keeps saving these numbers, keeps pulling back. He's just relying on his economy, I guess. She does have a superior economy at this point. We have a monastery and a university. So Mark is looking to go to the Imperial Age fast fires. Would definitely be a very nice position here. Big fight coming in across the mid here. Galleys on top of fire galleys, not great. Take a good trade though. All things considered, they had better numbers. $23 military to 5, and we have Imperial Age on its way. And this is where things can get ugly. We have a monk. We have a monastery over here as well. Gonna go for some relics. We see a barracks coming up and a castle defensively here. Imperial Age, will it be here fast enough? More docks being added makes sense. Behind this though, a 13 villager advantage. Barracks up over here. He's got enough for a castle. Monk is going to come forward for relics. Just going to come forward for this relic. Looks like it. Archery range is being added behind. These galleys will get cleaned up here relatively convincingly. And there's the market abuse. Reblaus is going to click up. And again, it's going to have a very solid timing. It'll only be a few seconds behind here. About a minute? Just under a minute? Power of melee. We've got some gold over here. Gold mine. More docks. I love the dock play. I don't love this. Guess he's on his way up, though. He thinks, why take damage? Fast fires could be huge here, though. Fast fires could definitely be huge. Imperial Age. Fast fire ship on its way. 30 seconds. So there's going to be a good fight for Mark Landers here on water. A very good fight. And I think that Reblaus knows that he's pulled back. I don't think he really wants to deal with water anymore, though, at this point. The fast fire ship upgrade is in. Going for Bracer, has a few fire ships to tank here. No more demos. And this is where the Byzantines can really have a huge advantage. Just earlier imp upgrades are in. Fire ship's very nice addition, though. They will take a little bit longer to kill than a galley. And the fast fires are doing work here. And I think there's no, I guess there is some production, but not a lot. These fast fires are slowly hunting down the galleys here. These are not upgraded, they're just war galleys. They do have Bracer, but they will get cleaned up here. And the docks will get cleaned up behind this. So Mark Landers will have the advantage on water, no question here. And I think this is where you have to consider adding in fishing ships and considering the land economy here. Let's take a look and see what he sees. He sees a siege workshop on the map. He sees the dock. That's all he sees. Needs to figure out what he goes going for here. He is making one cataphract somewhere. He was. He must have clicked it off. No, he has it out. So he's going to try to deal with that. We'll see all that forward position. We'll see that archers is what's going to happen. And he will see that he has won water. And we have one cataphract not going to be able to finish off all these archers. We'll see a siege workshop here. We will see thalassocracy. So these will turn into harbors. No? Wrong tech? Oh, it's not in yet. Wasted research on that tech now. Should just delete it. Unless I'm thinking the techs are different, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Unless crossbows are in, a couple villas go down over here. Another castle. We're going into what I assume will be skirmishers. And that villa's going to get destroyed. Now, the real question, and what decisions have to be made here. What are we going to go for? What position are we going to take here? I love that we're seeing all these fishing ships added for the market, though. This is what should be done. Expand that economy as best you can here. The castle, we are going to have submarine. I think we saw elite skirm upgrade, or we'll see it come in here. Could we see a transport ship? Could be a possibility. Reb is marching forward from this direction. Siege workshop will be getting taken out here. Submarine is in. Mark is in a good spot, except he's down a lot of economy, and he just sold a ton of wood to buy 100 stone for another town center. So he's up. We'll be up to 3 town centers. So he's thinking about he's going to need to change up his approach and add some economy as well. For the Treb, we only have 1 Treb here, and it's exposed. I love the fishing ship numbers from Mark. This is a big play. There's the elite skirm upgrade. So he's got some cataphracts with no upgrades. Going into elite skirm. Honestly, he should just go trash. Go trash. Save your gold for siege. I think that is the appropriate play here. And maybe add one of those beautiful ships. What are they called? The Drogons. Or Dromons. Dromons, not Drogons. Dromons. Needs chemistry for that, obviously. Actually, no, that's just Cannon Guy, isn't it? It's available in Imp. He just needs to make 1 or 2 of them. 1 here, he could destroy this. Dromons are amazing. They're extremely amazing. There's chemistry coming in. Maybe it does. I don't think it requires chemistry. I do not right now. I haven't played Age. I haven't played anything. So not in the last like week. Life has been crazy, like I said, guys. Just haven't had time. He might think it requires him. That's true. It's true. The cataphracts are just dying here. The bombard cannons are going to be annoying. That's probably why he wants chemistry. That castle's going to go down here. Mark still has a huge eco advantage. This is going to be problematic. He's going to lose a lot of positioning here. He's got some resources. He's got a lot of farming space out here that's no longer going to be usable. I like the addition of the Karambit warriors for Reblaus here. I think that's a good position. He's probably wanting to go bombard cannons. He is, which makes a lot of sense here. Military numbers are 44 to 44, but 21 of the military units for Mark are fire ships that are no longer useful. And Reblaus is just eating up the upgrades here, and I think that's going to be what makes this almost impossible to stop. And the game comes to an end. Reblaus takes game number 3. Takes game number 3. Impressive. Looks good. Good push here. Military numbers on land versus on water, obviously, where it comes down to here. Malay, just a super good civ on this map, too, as well. So, obviously, it's a tough situation. Tough situation. But, GG's. GG's. And now for some even sadder news, guys. I have been super delayed, obviously. Additionally, the set was not finished. Mark pulls out and gives an admin win to Reblaus. He just simply felt he was too lower rated against Reblaus and forfeits the rest of the series here. So Reblaus will take the final with a score of 2-1 here. Obviously unfortunate. Obviously not what I was wanting to see. Obviously, I want to see all the games played here, but Mark pulls out, and that is all she wrote for the end of Battlegrounds 3. Obviously unfortunate, but at this point, with all the delays, all the scheduling issues for this, that, and the other vacation, my problems getting this casted, it just kind of is what it is. This set, I did not get to cast because I missed the opportunity, apparently. I don't know, the back patch won't let me cast those games, but it will let me cast the finals. Reblaus swept Funny Liquid to make it to the finals, and then obviously you guys now know 2-1 here score. Obviously unfortunate. Not what I was hoping for. Obviously not what anyone hopes for, but considering the circumstances and how everything's went out here, it is what it is. Congratulations to Reblaus. He takes the finals here. He played quite a few games to get here. Played well, as did Mark. And big thank you to everyone who participated. Obviously, with everything in the tournament, everything with both brackets, it's been a lot of fun. And there's been an insane number of games and strategy choices. I don't know why I put this away. I wanted to pull this up. Obviously, huge shout out to everyone who participated. We had 38 players in all for this bracket alone, and we have had some crazy good sets, some really good games. I had a lot of fun doing everything with this one. Obviously, it's obviously not ideal for the final for best of 7 to come down to a 2-1, but I understand. I understand the thought process there. I get it. Feeling like you're just gonna tank here. He took game though, so hopefully I gave him some confidence there. But yeah, no problem, Shaman. Thanks for making a lot of the games, a lot of casts, Shaman. Appreciate it. It's been a long road, obviously. There's been a lot of things going on left and right with everything. Scheduling this time wasn't so terrible. Normally we have a lot of issues with scheduling, but once it all comes down to it, this is a working man's tournament. So for us to pull this thing together and get everything rolling, hopefully everyone enjoyed. I know I've got a lot of positive feedback, some negative feedback as well, but that's to be expected. But mostly positive, which is good, very good. Team Battlegrounds 3 was going to be happening, but for those who didn't hear about that, there just wasn't enough in the way of signups. Which is unfortunate, but there's only so much you can do. Only so much you can do. Tournament outlook for me for the future is kind of in the dark. Don't really have anything to share. Unfortunately, right now it's just not a good time for me to be playing games at this point. So I just haven't been around. Age's definitely taken a back seat. for me as of late. Too many things going on personally. IRL, you know. Um, but yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed. Like I said, it's been a long road, lots of fun. I don't know when I'll be back to streaming right now. Like I said, too much going on, but hopefully soon. But thanks to everybody again. It's been great. Obviously, I enjoyed it. I keep doing these for that very reason, right? But for now, that'll be it, guys. I'm gonna call it. Obviously not the final that we were hoping for, but same time, I understand what's going on, and it is what it is. Congratulations to Reblaus. Crazy, crazy good sets. Obviously, some good stuff going on for him uh, in the tournament. Had some great run. He had a great run and some great games. So if I could talk, it would be great. But I gotta go reach out to all these guys and get the payout situation taken care of, and go from there. But gonna do it for me, guys. Gonna do it for me. I'll be back when I can be once all this IRL stuff is sorted through, straightened out, all that kind of fun. I don't even know. I might even be back streaming something else, something I don't have to be so serious about. So we'll see.